so that you can play it later. All right, so let's do this one. So remember, I'm going to subtract 8v. And I'm going to get, now, are you okay with me adding 10 and 14 right here without doing another step? Or 10 and 4 and getting 14? Are we cool with that? That's a pretty easy one to do. I'm going to simplify it right now. And then remember, these two go away. So now here's the problem that I have, right? Now, my variables are here. My numbers are supposed to be over here. So 14 is out of the way, is in the way. So I'm going to subtract 14. And I get 12v equals negative 24. Now what do I do?
We have 12 groups of v, and it equals 24. At the end of it, what do we want? How many groups of v are we trying to get to? Show me. Show me on your cameras. I'm looking at y'all. How many groups of v? Exactly. Peyton's got it. Everyone look at Peyton. One group of v. So how do we
so that's good.
split it up?
We're going to divide it by 12.
There you go. Thank you, Peyton. These two cross cancel, and I get v equals negative 2. And if you look at this, if I plug that negative 2 back in here and you calculate this out, you'll find a number equals a number, and they'll be the same number. And that's how you check an answer. You plug your answer back into the original equation. And if that makes a true statement, then you've proven that your answer is accurate. All right, what else?
Will you go back to that one, please? Thank you.
Just messing with you, Ashlyn. All right. You good now, Ashlyn?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right. So looking at your homework sheet again, which of course all of you either have on your screen or you printed it out or you worked on those 15 problems, ha, ha, ha. And you're going to have a question because I bet nobody did all of these right. Questions on any of these people? Come on, guys. Okay, honestly, how many of you actually worked on this homework the last 2 days? Be honest. Ashlyn, Peyton did.
I mean, I was busy with my family and stuff for the past couple days.
All right.
I'm having bird problems.
You're having bird problems?
I got a question.
Yeah, Peyton.
I'm having problems.
Well, on number 3, are we supposed to is the R gonna count as 1 or like?
Yes, exactly. R equals 1R.
All right.
Okay. So this would give you, I could subtract 1 from both sides. I'd get 10 equals 5R because 4R plus R would be 5R.
All right.
Great question, Peyton. Great question. You guys are killing me here. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Hold on a second. Where is it? Okay, this is a truly amazing application. It's called PhotoMath. Now, I want you to see what I can do here. So, you see how I'm highlighting number 16 here? So it's going to show me how it solves the equation. Now it says that n equals 4, which is great, but what do I need to know even more? I need to know how to solve it. So when you're confused about something, photomath is a great opportunity. So first it says it removes the parentheses, and it does that through multiplication, right? Can you guys see that okay? Then it says it's going to collect like terms. So collecting means basically combining. And you see that I ended up with negative 9n equals negative 36. And finally, when I divide both sides, I get n equals 4. Oh, come on, you stupid phone. Yeah? Yeah, Ashlyn.
I've used it before and it works really well for me. It's just like you get to like 30 problems and after like 3 or 4 it just stops showing you like the steps and it says you have to buy the membership.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Most math apps do that though.
I've had this one forever. That's weird. Okay. So wow, we're really motivated today. I'm completely and utterly underwhelmed. In case you didn't know, that's not a good thing. All right, let's pick one of these other ones. Let's look at number 11, shall we? That was one of the ones you were supposed to do for homework. Back off this magnification. All right, so let's look at this one, guys. Now, what are we going to need to do first here? I need someone besides my 3 ladies that always answer questions, or my 4 ladies. So I need a guy to answer this question because y'all try to sit there like you don't have to do anything. Daniel, not so much because he does participate. Come on, Emilio, stop stuffing your face and pay attention to what I'm doing here, boy. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Sitting there feeding your face, you're not paying attention. What am I going to do first here, people?
What are the words, guys? Combine what? Well, actually, it starts with a D on that one.
What are we going to do on this
Dis,
first? Jaleesa, you tell me what we should do.
trib.
Remember, we have a parentheses here. That's what we always have to do first, right? PEMDAS. How do I get rid of it? Well, I'm distributing this 5 into both of them. Here's my line. 5 times 4b is going to give me 20b. 5 times 2 is going to give me 10. Now I'm just going to bring this down. Now what do I do? Emilio, I swear to God, if I see you put one more piece of food in your mouth before you answer a question, I'm going to give you an F for the entire quarter, and I bet your mom will support me. Want to bet?
Combine, guys. Second step, I'm typing this stuff into the chat. Combine what?
Peyton, tell me
Combine
what.
like terms.
Now, can we combine any like terms here right now? We can, but how do we have to do it?
I think it's 20b and then 5b together.
Yeah, so does it matter which side I put the variables and which side I put the numbers?
Not really.
No. You can make a decision to do it a certain way, but as you do more of these, you'll start seeing that there's a better way to do it, which is usually taking the smallest one and putting it with the biggest one so that it'll be positive. But let's go ahead and just get rid of the 20b because that's what we've been doing. Now what should we do, people? Emilio, talk to me. We've done these problems. Talk to me. What do we do next? Well, you're supposed to know. We've been doing this for like 2 months now. Have you or have you not been working on these kind of problems at this level for about a month or two now, right? These are two-step equations, folks. We've been doing these for at least the last 3 weeks. What am I going to do, Ashlyn? What do I do first now?
Don't you subtract 25?
Exactly. Exactly. I want to get rid of the number that's still over there with the variable, right? These cancel. I get negative 15b equals negative 15. Gee, I wonder what b could possibly be. Now what do I do?
What you guys just did there, believe it or not, is you still went back to this idea of combining like terms. You had to do it across an equal sign, but you're still just trying to get groups of 1, even though they're negative ones, groups of negative ones together, and groups of the b's together. That's what this whole game is about, is figuring out, trying to get all the groups of variables together and all the groups of not variables together, right?
Right. What operation is negative 15b? Mr. Wiggins, what operation are we seeing in negative 15b?
Divide.
It's multiplication, right? How do we unwork multiplication, people? What's the opposite of
Division.
multiplication? Division. Thank you.
Division.
So I divide both sides by negative 15. Now I have b equals 1. Questions? Now, I have my 3 or 4 people that always know what they're doing because they do their homework and they work hard. I've got a couple of normally hardworking people that have had some crap going on, so I respect that, and that's not a problem. And then I have a bunch of the rest of you that are not responding in any way, shape, or form. So if you did not respond at all during the question, do you understand how it works now? I need to see a thumbs up if you're like, yeah, I'm getting it. Okay. All right. So we're still having some challenges. Let's go back and do one of the easier ones then. Let's do number 5. Okay, so let's look at number 5 here, okay? Now, I'm going to combine these terms first here. So I'm going to get r plus 5 equals negative 1. Oh, Becca got dropped out somehow.
Yep, she's back in.
Yep. Now, what would I do here? This is a simple one-step equation now, isn't it? What number do I need to get rid of, people? Show me on your hands. Since I've got a 1 and a 5, which number am I getting rid of? Well, I can see who's not paying attention. Wow.
Right.
So I'm going to
I
subtract
mean, you should
5.
either have, you should have one number or the other on your hand, right?
So if I'm not sure about this, I can plug it back in up here. Is negative 6 plus 4 and plus 1 equal negative 1? Yeah, because negative 6 plus 5 is going to be a negative 1. So that proves that that's the right answer. Again, I'm recording this class and all the problems I'm working on here. So you'll be able to find it on my YouTube channel. It takes a little bit to do the conversion and actually put it online. Yeah, Peyton.
Could you please do 21?
Love to.
Mr. Easley, can I work on one?
Sure. You want to do number 21?
Yeah, sure. Let me get it. Hold on. It's negative.
How about I write it out and you tell me what you want to be done, and I'll just be your hands.
Okay, that's fine. I've got a whiteboard, but it's not as
Yeah,
pretty
but
as your
this works so much better because they can see it while I'm writing it.
It is. It is. And I'm going to also be typing what we're doing step by step into the chat so that you guys kind of have the written instructions for this. So for this one, usually we jump right to combining like terms, right? For this one, we're not necessarily going to do it that way. What do we have to do first? And we've done it on several of the other problems. It starts with a D and it's been in the chat several times. What? Starts with a D. And I'm not going to diss anybody. Come on, guys.
You
Julissa,
have to do it in the parentheses first.
Distribute.
we're not going to divide. No. What do we have to do?
You're real close.
right
Yeah.
here?
Distribute.
It's going to be that distribute, right? So we're going to multiply the -4 groups of 1 times the 7 for the 7 ends. Then we're going to multiply the -4 groups of 1 times the 5 groups of 1 to get negative what?
Oops, sorry.
Nope, you're good. -4 times +5 groups of 1 will give us
-20.
-20 groups of 1. Then on the other side, we just bring it down like Mr. Easley just did. So we're bringing everything down. So I'm going to type that as my second step. Bring everything else down. Okay. And now we have the two sides as being equal. Now, what do we do? It starts with a C, and it's what we almost always are talking about when we're working on these sorts of problems. See what?
Combine like terms.
Yeah, I mean, same deal. We are just looking right now at combining all those like terms. Now, this time, we've got them combined on either side of the equal sign. That's good, because that's what we would do first, just to make it easier. But since they're already combined, we have all the -20 groups of 1 on the left side and all the +4 groups of 1 on the right side, all the -28 groups of n on the left side, all the -4 groups of n on the right side. We've got to do it across the equal sign. I'm going to do it a little bit differently than Mr. Easley did it last problem. I like to keep my variables positive, okay? So if we're going to keep the n positive, what do I want to do to make sure that n is going to stay positive? Am I going to move the 28 groups of n, the -28 groups of n, or the -4 groups of n? Which am I going to be moving? Anyone? Bueller?
I think it's gonna be the -28 groups of n.
Absolutely. I want to get rid of that. How do I get rid of -28 groups of n?
You divide by -20.
Really close.
Not yet,
Since
because it's
we're
not
still,
alone yet.
yeah, so we're going to add 28 groups of n to both sides. Okay.
Right.
We're not going to divide it out yet, because that would just get us to one group of n, right? And then we'd still have n on both sides. So to both sides, we're going to add plus 28n plus 28n, and we're going to cancel on the left side to get rid of it, and that's going to give us our positive groups of n on the right side. So we're going to bring down, so we're combining like terms, we're bringing down again, so I'm typing that into the chat, bring down, bring everything else down. Okay. And we're going to end up with what on the right side? What are we going to end up with? Did we get rid of the 4 groups of 1, or did we leave that alone?
Left that alone.
Yeah, so we're just going to bring it down, right? So 4, and then what is 28 positives minus 4 negatives?
Positive 24 and
Plus 24 groups of n. Now the n is positive, so we don't have to multiply by a negative at the end of this. It's going to be on the right side of the equal sign, but we don't care about that. Okay. Now, what is the only thing left to combine? Because there's still stuff that we need to combine. Nice, Anthony. Absolutely. There's still stuff that we need to combine. What's left to combine? The groups of what? N's or ones?
Good, Ashlyn. Thank you, Kendra.
It's going to be those groups of ones. So what Mr. Easley is doing is exactly right. We're subtracting away the 4 groups of ones. We're subtracting away from the other side. Then we're going to bring down like terms. Do you see all we're doing? It's like combine like terms, bring everything else down. Combine like terms, bring everything else down. Combine like terms. We do that back and forth quite a while, right? Okay. So now we have 24 groups of n, and that equals negative 24, or negative 24 equals 24 groups of n, either way. Now what are we going to do to make it so that only one group of n is there? Somebody said
multiplication operation, and then you divide it.
yes. So to get rid of the multiplication, we're absolutely going to divide by 24. Okay. And then we get that what's negative 24 divided by 24?
Good, Ashlyn. Good, Peyton.
What'd she say?
She had one
holding it
finger
up?
up and the other one to the side to show -1. Peyton, the same
That's right. Yeah. And we don't
Nice,
care that the
Anthony.
n is
Thank
on
you,
the other
Jaleesa.
side. Once we get to this point, if we like it better, we can just say n equals -1. That's fine, because we know that -1 equals n means n equals -1. So it doesn't matter what side the variable's on. My preference is to keep the variable positive if we can. So
And I
absolutely.
usually do that, and that's something that you kind of grow into, and she's right, and that is the end point where we need to get to. And sometimes though, it's just about grabbing what you can see and working it. But what Ms. Knippen has described is completely accurate. Okay. Is there another one on the homework somebody wants me to work? Yes, Peyton.
13.
Number 13?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do number 13. I sure hope you guys are following along and working these, because this is part of your homework. This is sort of an early Christmas gift, I guess. All right, so let's take a look at this. First of all, I want to see a 1 to 5 right now. Where are we at? 1 to 5 on this. Okay. 3 is okay. Even a 2 or 3, that's okay. All right. All right. And guys,
Then Mr. Easley,
you know it's okay to be where you're at, right? Wherever you're at right now is okay.
I just want to let you know that technically we're down to just a couple minutes because it's Wednesday.
We go till like 10:05 or something, or 10:02.
I think it's 10:02. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So here's what I need everyone to do. I need you to make sure that you get that left column of this worksheet done, because I know that a bunch of you have not, which I'm not going to cover that. You know what I think about that when I give you 2 days to do 15 problems. So I'm going to expect you to do the whole left-hand side, and then I want you to do half the problems on the right-hand side for tomorrow. And then we'll work the rest of them. So I want you to do the odd numbers, and then I want you to do up to, let's say, up through 16, and I'll do 18 through 30 tomorrow with you guys, okay? All right. This is
Fair, guys. Do you all know what you're supposed to do?
This is not really that much work. And you already had 2 days to work on it. So just remember, reality of life is that if you have a job somewhere and you don't get all your work done, they don't just go, oh, that's okay, don't worry about it. They say, get your butt in gear, get that done, or you're going to have to find another place to work. Okay. So let's get this done. And then I'm going to expect everyone to have a question to